listen to my problems and my stories.
Dang,
bro,
that's a real thing.
That's part of the experience of having a bartender.
I didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like having a bartender listen to your problems and tell you, hey, you know, I think you should go back to your wife though. That's what I think.
I think you need to go back to school. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like for whatever reason, when they say it in that environment, it just hits hard.
It means more for some reason.
Like you feel like a confidant right now. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like this dude turned to
all right, you guys are live.
Golden Girls. All right, hey, D and Dre talk. We live. Coming from the studio, coming from the lab. We won't have a place for the room yet, but
it's okay.
It'll come organically, I believe.
I believe it will be fine. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's gonna take a lot of you guys a little bit of time for you guys to get connected to the YouTube. It's YouTube, right?
Is it YouTube? Where we at?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna let you guys get connected, man. Thank you guys for watching all the reactions.
Yes.
Listen to the podcast episodes. It's been an amazing journey so far, and this part right here, the thing we're doing right now, is for you guys, and I think this is the coolest thing we're gonna do because to me, it's not about like lights, camera, action, do the right thing. Don't save that for the podcast. Save that for this episode. Yeah. Don't have that conversation, guys. The world needs to hear y'all. I don't have to hear the producers saying stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We can just say what we say, be who we are, and you know, I feel like it's better for me because I feel like I can actually be myself a little bit more.
It's just straight up organic, you know. And I know a lot of our subscribers on YouTube come from the reaction page are a lot more organic type people. They're earthy, a little bit more liberal, you know, and all that stuff. We feel the vibes. So like this is what you get. You get raw and uncut version, and you get a chance to see all the nuances and things like that. And kind of like, you know, you get to see D and Dre on a Sunday evening. You know, on the slide zone, we're feeling good.
Sunday night, we're feeling good.
We are excited because what we're doing is this is a soft open for our podcast. This is actually not to really promote the reaction page, but this is really for our podcast. This is where our bread is buttered. This is what we got into the industry to do, was to just talk, have a conversation, whether we agree or disagree, but just have it respectfully and be attentive listeners, not just talking and waiting for somebody else to be quiet, but we want to make sure that we can have some good dialogue back and forth, be heard, hear the other person out, and then be able to still be respectful and coincide. What we got?
Pull up the live on one of your guys' phones so you can see the comments.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because a guy named Robert said, "Sup guys? Try the band Bad Omens, Love the Death of Peace of Mind." I'm assuming that's a reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
All right, cool.
We have 2 viewers.
All right, so D's getting on the on that for you guys, and he's getting on there so you can see the comments come on the live.
Yeah, and just interact with the viewers.
No, D, that's you.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I trust you.
Oh, okay.
True, you show off your phone?
Huh? Nah.
You know what I'm
saying?
He had a phone. He's like, hey, let me show you how this thing works.
Just interact with your viewers, and it should be solid.
All right, D. So if they say something, man, you got it. You got the reins. So D got the reins on that.
I'll check in a little bit.
So we'll check in. So back to what we were saying. Our conversations are more than just for us, and we know that, and we enjoy being able to put this out for the world to see. And I know you guys already see that with the reactions. You see how we kind of interact, and you kind of, we read the comments. You guys really enjoy watching us go back and forth. So this is like a true view into like what we do and how we do the podcast. We'll explain it. We'll break it down for you guys, and see if you like the formula. If you think it's cool, something you want to tune into on a regular basis, great. We would love to have you. Obviously, we got the first season in the books, on the audio side of it, but now we have the audio and the video, so maybe it's a little bit different for us, but we're ready for it. I mean, we've been doing this for a long time, and it's just nice to be able to do it for the right reasons and for the right people to see it. And enjoy it.
And I know you guys are checking this out on YouTube, but you can also go to our webpage. It's now up and active at danddre.com. That's danddre.com. Also on Instagram at d.dre.talk. YouTube, y'all see us on YouTube right now. TikTok, and just go to our YouTube, go to our webpage, and you see all of our links and our link tree and everything like that. I think
if you get to the website, or one of our socials, you'll be able to see a link tree and see everything we can do. We have going on. dandre.com for the website, and then hopefully from there you can kind of find where you want to go. Yeah,
and then shout out to Robert. He said healthy, good conversations are what we all need today, and that's pretty much that's the reason why we do it, because we know there's a lot of controversial issues and topics that really need to be fleshed out. Like one meal at a time, and like one long night at a time, one Sunday evening at a time, and because that's how change happens. They say conversations rule the nation, right? And that's really what it is, because at the end of the day, these conversations need to be had. This is where you resolve stuff. This is where you figure stuff out. This is where you make change, and then all you gotta do is put it on paper, and then it's done.
Yeah,
you know.
The way I grew up, I mean, you know, we were forced to have difficult conversations. You know what I mean? We were forced to talk about our day, our school, whatever we had going on. The one thing we were interested in, our family, my grandparents, they wanted to get to know us and how we thought, how we moved, how we thought. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, those conversations are lost nowadays because people are just all on social media and just kind of feeding into that, you know. And I feel like, you know, we got to get back to having real conversations and like, you know, and making that a normal thing, because we've forgotten how to communicate with each other. It's become who's right, who's wrong. You know, do you agree with me or do you not agree with me? If you agree with me, you can ride with me for life. If you disagree with me on anything, I can't ever talk to you again. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's really
it's crazy.
It's
crazy because social media got it this way. Isn't that ironic?
Wow.
It's called social media, and it's doing it's wild.
And it's doing the opposite of what it's supposed to do. So now we don't know how to communicate with each other. So like, we want to get back to that, and we want to encourage that and talk about it and remind each other that, you know what I'm saying, like, it's not just about like, you know, trying to be relevant on your, you know, phones. You know, it's being relevant in person and getting to know your people around you, having real conversations. And we're going to go there. You know, we're going to go, you know, talk about things, disagree, agree, laugh, love, and be okay. Because, you know, ultimately, that's what we all should be doing anyway. I mean, I haven't met people that I just can't stand off the rip. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we can communicate with each other, get to know each other, learn your story, get to know you, and then we can kind of work that stuff out. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah,
man. So I'm gonna read a couple of these real quick. We got a shout out to Hey Jamie and Robert. Robert talking about, so hit that like button. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, your commission check in the mail.
I see you, my boy.
And we watching. We watching lives on here, Jamie. You know what I'm saying? He said he subscribed. Hey, so we want to take a shout out real quick. I know we kind of long-winded right now, but we want to thank our subscribers also. And just some of you are avid watchers but haven't subscribed. That's cool too. We just glad that you watching and getting some of this content and getting in the conversation. Right. You know. Originally, we had a few names for the podcast, and one of them was Fly on the Wall. And essentially, we just want to have a conversation and then have other people be able to join as if they were a fly on the wall, right? Another one was No Agenda. That was a good one because, like, there's a lot of agendas out there, you know, and the big agenda right now that we all know is separation. The powers that be are trying to separate us at every turn, whether it be color, socioeconomic class,
anything.
Political affiliation,
all of the above.
All of the above, right? So like, this is why we do what we do. Let's get in there. Let's get in the trench. Let's have a good time, you know. So Fly on the Wall, and we don't have an agenda. We're not trying to sway you on. One of the things that Dre said that I really love a long time ago, he said, "I'm not affiliated with a particular political party. I'm a critical thinker." I was like, man, that should be a category in and of itself right there, you know? But there I go, make it a category just like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's human nature, Michael Jackson, you know? Ooh. But anyway, so that's what we here. So we get ready to kick this thing off, you know what I'm saying? You got a couple suggestions. All right, well, y'all keep writing in. We read
for reactions?
Jamie says, I got a couple suggestions, something that we would love, but it's and fall into a rabbit hole. Okay, yeah, we like rabbit holes. We call them beehives. Is what it is. We find something that we like and we jump straight into the beehive. We want all the honey and the stings. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
and we get it all.
Yeah, we get it all. We get the honey and the stings.
And we love the honey and the stings. So, you know, keep bringing it on. We really appreciate it.
Right. Cool, man. Let's kick off this podcast.
So bro. So we're about to get into a real podcast episode. Is it time?
Yeah, it's time, man.
Okay.
We ain't had the official countdown like we tried, but it's all good.
It's all good. It's 9 o'clock. It's time. Woo! All right.
So anyway, we got different formats. Well, we start off with something light at the top of the show, a little intro. But speaking of something light real quick, we had a whole, 4th of July, we hadn't done a podcast in...
It's been a minute.
Has it been a couple of months?
It's been probably a month, a month. Yeah. It feels like longer, and I miss them. I mean, we missed a lot of crazy things we could talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, so much stuff has happened in this time frame, and people are trying to get us, hey, what do y'all think about? What do y'all think about? All the emails and everything about that stuff, and we had to sit back and let it breathe.
And let it happen, and let it happen. But here we are finally, and this is my favorite thing to do, is be here, talking, shooting the breeze, solving the world's problems, right from these yellow couches, So I love it. But what was your 4th of July? But let's go back a little bit. What was your 4th like?
Okay, so my 4th was pretty laid back, bro. You know, I've been, you know, had to go to a couple funerals. I've been busy with my family stuff, and when I got back home for the 4th, basically I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I came home. I turned on some good music. I opened the windows up wide, and we just watched the fireworks from the living room.
Oh, nice.
Walked outside, you know, had a couple drinks and stuff like that, and played games. It turned into something completely different. But that's you know, well, it's podcast time. I guess we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I made a comment about, you know what I mean, the movie Get Out. Because the movie Get Out, you know what I mean? It's about, you know, some racial events that happen to, you know what I mean, that happens to an individual, and he has to get out. Well, I was around a lot of people that were not black.
On the 4th?
Or Latino. They were very white.
On the 4th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, the person said, "Well, I don't remember Get Out being racial," and I said, "What? Huh? What? You say what?" Like, you know, and that turned into okay, now I gotta have an experiment.
Yeah.
I gotta see what it's like to watch the movie Get Out with my white friends.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is a good social experiment.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
So it was like a room full of white folks.
Yes.
Okay.
They
so
all
like,
tuned in.
Like an episode of Friends.
It was amazing. It was great. It was very polite and fun.
Okay.
Until the movie came on.
Okay.
Yeah, and everybody
got real.
Just uncomfortable. Just
okay.
You know,
okay.
just not quite.
From the jump though, it wasn't really like an uncomfortable.
They were laughing a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it was just like, I don't really get it. I don't really understand it. Why is this?
Yeah.
You know, like like that movie was made for black people.
Yeah.
I mean, all I could resonate and understand every experience that was going on, all the microaggressions, the entire time.
Yeah.
I felt it. The music made sense to me for a horror film because there were some things I was just like, but there was also the comic relief. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The laughing, like it was perfectly made. You know what I mean, for an audience that could understand it. You know what I mean? And I did not realize, because I've just been black forever, you know, that's my life, that people who aren't black don't get it that way. They don't receive it that way. They don't see it that way. Because they don't understand these microaggressions. They don't understand what the world is like.
So let me ask you this. So when I saw the movie Get Out, I was like, oh, that was crazy, like unsettling, like oh my gosh type of thing. So when you was watching with your white friends, they didn't have the same reaction?
Nah.
So what kind of movie did they take it as after it was all done?
It was interesting. It was just, like it was like, huh.
That's so scary. It was just interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Hey, what's going on behind your eyes? Yeah.
Are you serious right now? Oh.
Yeah. I can see that. You know, it's probably stuff like that. But think about.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I watched another movie with some white friends recently. Don't Look Up. And,
oh yeah,
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story.
I heard about that.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
but
the premise of it.
But Tyler Perry was in it, and one of my white friends was like, "He just needs to be back in the dress being Medea," and I'm like,
"Wow,
no." No. Yo, like what? No, like you really believe that? Now you.
Like, it's and that's the thing, man. It's like there really are real cultural differences. You know, like I remember, like I said, so my wife white, and some days on random days she's like, "You got your hair cut?" I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I look like a slave right now. What you mean? Like. I just got finished following the drinking gorge. It came inside. That's how I got home. I'm looking like
still got water dripping on your beard.
You know what I'm saying? Like no, I ain't get no haircut. Like 4 weeks ago. But she just don't recognize. So she had to have so her visual dexterity is not sharp.
Right.
Because that's just not her culture. Her mom is the same way.
Yeah.
Her mom being white. It's so funny. I remember when we were first. You know what I'm saying, married and everything, her mom be like, "You need to cut your beard like Shaft." I was like, he had such a Isaac Hayes? Okay.
She said like Shaft.
What? Bruh. I was like, and I bet you can dig it. She was like, you dang right. What? Like, hold on. She was like, oh, I'm just talking about Shaft.
Yeah, Yo, that's so funny, bro.
Anyway, so but she has no clue. So I remember saying,
yeah,
I got a lot to teach y'all because y'all so far off base.
I mean,
right? So then my kids come along. My kids mixed.
Oh yeah,
right? And like my son looked just like me and everything, just the light skinned version, you know. But he's a lot more handsome and everything. And like so, going back to the hair conversation, my hair nappy and everything. Yeah. And my son, when I grow my hair out, my son grows his hair out, but he has mixed people hair. Yeah. So he looked like kind of shaggy, you know what I'm saying, and loose curls, and he can still run his fingers through his stuff. Yeah. And then I'm just like, it's not working out for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you looking like a German, like we had a cocker spaniel one time. But you know, it's all good. But anyway, those are cultural differences. But yeah, man, so you sound like you had a pretty good 4th, though.
My 4th was great, man. It was great.
Yeah.
It was a good time, man. I had a lot of social experience, but also just a good time with people, man. It was a good time to be home.
Yeah.
Traveling a lot takes a lot out of you. I mean, and, you know, I don't get to be present for, you know, any of my group of friends because I'm always on the move. So to be able to just take some time and hang out with my friends, just kick back, it was great. It was a good time.
Ooh, man. Yeah, well, we just, I'm a homebody now. And we just in the cul-de-sac and played with the neighbors, talked with the neighbors, hung out with them, had some fireworks. He got a great special on him. Had a whole slew of fireworks for like $30. You know what I'm saying? Like he must have bought them on July 5th of last year. You know how they get out, they get a special. And we out there and we had a good time and it was fun. So just kind of chill and everything. But I did come across the best watermelon I've ever eaten in my life.
Okay, explain this to me.
Okay, so I was in Brunswick.
Okay.
There's this guy, him and his wife, drive up these watermelons from like, I can't even remember where they bring them from. It's some obscure town. I can't quite remember. But everybody in the town knows about these people. Okay. So every time I drive by this intersection, it's like on Altalma and 4th.
Okay, I got you.
Right? I think it's 4th. No, not 4th. That's 2nd. Altalma is 2nd. Right?
Okay,
the BP.
down, a little bit down.
Yeah. With the liquor store. Everybody, so he's right there, and every time I drive by, it's always people there buying his fruit. So I was like, let me check it out. I went up there and got this watermelon, bruh. And Mike cut it up for me. And I was like, hey, man, I'm just going to get some tomorrow. Literally. And I hate to say it was the best watermelon, but it was the best one. And Mike said the same thing.
What made it the best?
I don't know. I don't know where it's from. I don't know if he put sugar water in it when he was watering it. But it was the sweetest watermelon. Man. And but here's the thing, too. He had seeds, too. So it was all natural. Like, it wasn't tampered with and all that stuff like that. But it was literally the best. I couldn't stop. It's the kind of stuff you eat and your stomach start hurting and you're not even hungry, but you still keep eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of how good it was, type of thing. So
I get it.
So anyway, so we had a good time, and so from 4th of July, I kind of got a little bit of a detour. You know what I'm saying? I got to go into.
All right, guys. So this segment of the show, and I'm doing this because this is a live. This isn't our show. Like, so that was something like we do this thing where we just kind of grab something light and just let it go where it goes. We go all over the place and it's fun. And then this right here is called a detour. So this is obviously this is D. You know D. Hey D.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you on a tour.
He's gonna take you on a tour of his own. All right. So this is his thing, and it's always interesting because his life is just a little bit different.
Yeah.
That's the only way I know how to explain it.
Here's the thing, man. This is what separates comedians from everybody else in the world. Mm-hmm. Everybody really does have the same. If you go outside, if you live life, you're gonna have the same experience as a whole bunch of other people. Comedians just have a different vantage point because of how they think and how they view the world. So they're able to interpret it differently, and ergo, they can tell a joke. So I can have the same experience as Dave Chappelle, but his perspective is different. So he gonna make $1 million off of it. Right. I'm just gonna be sitting here telling you, you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Type of thing.
I get it.
You know. So anyway, that's kind of like what a detour is. I think I see things a little bit differently, and then I'm not cynical about it. I just know that if it ain't gonna kill me, then it's gonna be all right. Right.
Okay, I would argue, because I've heard a lot of detours in my lifetime, and I would argue that D is saying the right things, but that's still not D's life. His life is different. He thinks it's like, oh, this is normal. This happens to everybody. If you listen to a few of his stories, you're going to be like, this does not happen to everybody. Like, this only can happen to somebody who is, you know. So let's I'm going to let y'all get into it, and y'all can just decide for yourself.
Yeah, well, this is not a super like elegant, funny detour. So anyway, my son, was playing. He was in the chess tournament this past week. His biggest chess tournament so far. And it was a 2-day tournament, and it was going to be 5 matches. You know, and they were like 60-minute and like 45-minute and 90-minute each round. So both players have like 60 minutes, or both players have 45, or both players have 90. So these are long chess matches, right? But people are coming from all over the state to play in it. And Nico's class, he has like maybe the 4th or 5th highest rating in it, and he comes out the gate hot. You know, he came out, beat the first dude. And it's funny because he gets geared up for these things like we used to get geared up for like any other sport. Yeah. So he comes to the chess match with his Jaguars jersey on.
He got his pregame.
He got Trevor Lawrence jersey.
Before he went to bed last night, he already laid it out.
He had it on. Yeah.
Okay,
You know how it is. So he had on, but then he had on some like thong flip flops. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, all right. He mixed. Yeah, he mixed. It's summertime in Florida though.
He got half of it, right?
Yeah. So anyway, he got Trevor Lawrence up here, and then Trevor. You know what I'm saying? At the bottom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, our producer just like, okay, guys. Anyway, it's funny because in the comments, this Hey James was like, how do you find a hat that match the chairs? And this other dude was like, it's a black people thing. It's like they superpower. I was like, only black people too. Anyway, touche. I see you. That was funny. So anyway, he came out the gates hot, won the first one. Came out the gates second. You know what I'm saying? And won that one as well. So and it's 3 matches in the first. Right. So he comes out, and on the third one, he's in there. He's playing the top player in the whole tournament in his class, right? Both of them undefeated, and this is pretty much the title at this point.
Wow.
So he goes in there. They're playing at the top board. You know, they got it's like that in chess. They got like position matters. So they playing at the top board, and the game is being electronically covered, so people can follow it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And like, oh wow, all that stuff like that. And so I'm in the other room yucking it up with all the parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, Nico, he's only been playing for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff. And like, they tell me,
I know you.
Listen, bro, I'm a black father.
Bro, you get all into it, bro. I already know. You talking about his training process?
Listen, like
the hours you put in.
Oh my gosh, bro, like. I can't help it. It's in my DNA, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, Nico's brilliant. He beat me when he was 3. All this stuff like that. Like, he a young Tiger Woods of it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of the Tiger Woods of it, right?
Yeah,
you know.
I love it. He might be a Tiger Woods, right?
We'll see.
You know.
So anyway,
mixed.
No sooner. Right. Oh, what's up? You got a pause?
We're frozen right now.
Okay.
All right.
Give me just a minute.
Oh man,
He's back. That was so good.
I wish I would have.
Oh yeah, they said it's frozen. Yeah.
Yeah. Is anyone out there? Can they hear? Can you guys hear everything, or is it just a video?
Can y'all still see us? I mean, can y'all still hear us, or is it just a picture?
Yeah, because I probably should have just rendered. I probably should have done the live in 720, not 1080.
Oh yeah. Is it too late to do that?
I don't know if you can pause it. That's.
Oh, I see what you're saying. We might have to stop it and start it again, you know?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because
that's fine.
720 would be.
It'd
be because you guys have been choppy the whole time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he says audio's good.
Okay.
All right, cool. Just a picture. All right.
We're gonna go to 720 then.
All right, we're gonna. Well, you.
Yeah,